I've reviewed and lived with countless Casio watches, all purchased myself. I'm sharing my top 5 picks, each based on a specific use case. I'll put affiliate links in the description to where I bought each watch featured. I can earn a small fee at no extra cost to you if you buy something. In this video, a sought after dive watch prized by collectors, an affordable dress watch with dual time zones on the same display, my go-to first choice G-Shock, a watch that bizarrely people keep asking me to give them, and first, my pick for those that want a dependable do-everything watch that you can wear to work that won't attract attention. The Casio W800H departs from the typical retro styling of many classic digital Casio watches and instead offers a more modern and innocuous aesthetic and functional design. It's also scaled up to fit larger wrists. It has a more generous strap size than many of Casio's other digital watches. Briefly, you get multifunction alarms, an auto calendar, stopwatch, a date and weekday display. It has dual time zones, 100-meter water resistance, an impressive LED backlight, a whopping 10-year battery, large easy read digits, and big pushers that you can operate with gloves. That's why I call it a do-everything watch. Also, when I use the stopwatch, it still shows the time, all on the same display. Brilliant. I see a lot of first responders wearing simple black digital watches, often Casios. Not that I have reason to come to the attention of the 5.0 frequently. I just, I see them. Anyway, they would probably like the negative display that you can also get this in, and probably appreciate the larger pushers, quartz accuracy, and toughness of the acrylic crystal. Plus, it doesn't cost enough to worry about damaging it. The case size measures 38mm across, excluding the pushers. I measured the lug-to-lug at 44mm, and the case height at 13.4. which tucks nicely under long shirt sleeves. Next up, the Casio MQ24. Why? I've reviewed some expensive watches on my channel that I tried extra hard to make interesting. Did you watch them? No, you wanted to look at this little fella instead that I reviewed recently, which is a pattern replicated in the real world too, where I get more compliments wearing this watch than any other in my collection, and also the downright rude request of, "Can I have it? Get off! Get your own." So categorizing this watch is real easy. This timepiece is the perfect Casio to make you smile, and is one of Casio's most modestly priced. Anyway, despite being cutesy, this watch delivers practicality in spades. It too has a fairly long strap. The holes are reaching about as far as on the W800H, and the strap is quite wide at 19mm, distributing its already very low weight, which I establish in my full review to be about the same as half a slice of bread. Distributing that weight across this relatively thick strap makes it feel even lighter. In fact, it feels like a wristband rather than a watch, providing all-day comfort. The dial could not be improved. Black print and hands on a white dial, coupled with perfectly clear acrylic from every angle, provide outstanding levels of clarity. So good, I often use it as a field watch, where its legible display and lightweight make it a perfect companion for outdoors, even in the dark. There's no backlight or lume, but just with the tiniest light pollution, the dial can be read. It can be read in conditions where I would definitely need the backlight on a digital Casio, but not on the MQ24. I like its charm, its clean, timeless look, and unpretentious appeal. It pairs effortlessly with most casual wear. The case is nearly 34mm, but it's this smaller scale case that attracts affection, and its dial is no smaller than the dial you get on your big stupid dive watch. My third watch today is a big dive watch. Bigger than the Seiko I poked fun at, but lighter and more comfortable. I like this one. Here's how you can pull off a big watch look in complete comfort with the Casio MDV106, aka the Duro or Swordfish. They're so good. I have 5 in different colorways, and collectors of much more prestigious watches might also have at least one Casio Duro in their collection. Comfort is only one of its many USPs. Let's cover that first. At only 12.4mm thick, and with a very flat case back, this 44mm stainless steel watch uses its width, low profile, and flat case back to hunker down on your arm, complemented with a wide 22mm strap to distribute its already low weight of 92 grams. All this provides all-day comfort that beats any other dive watch I've worn. It's also a very capable dive watch if you intend to actually get it wet. It delivers 200 meters water resistance and has a unidirectional bezel. It's got a screw-down case back and screw-down crown. When they were still available to buy, the Seiko XKX was probably your best bet for an affordable dive watch with a stainless steel case. I think the Casio Duro picks up the baton here as an even more affordable option, with the added benefit of quartz accuracy, making it more durable and less fragile than an auto, and with an equal measure of iconic status. Typically, the Steelcase Duro retails for a price similar to what you'd pay for a crappy plastic or chrome-plated watch. Its dial is uncomplicated and adorned with the renowned Marlin logo. Many regard them as the perfect beta watch due to their toughness. If you want to see my full Casio Duro review featuring 5 different colorways and a modded Duro, then see my link to that video in the description below. Okay, we have to have a G-Shock in this lineup. My most watched content features more familiar square-shaped G-Shocks, but my pick is the GW6900 with tough solar and radio-controlled multiband 6 atomic timekeeping, meaning you never have to set the time. It automatically synchronizes daily, so you always have the exact time to the second. I'll define its use case as an outdoors watch that you don't have to worry about damaging. These classic old-school G-Shocks feel solid, unlike newer stuff that I've tried that creak and groan like a $5 watch when I twist them a little. The earlier, more recognizable DW6900 is famed for being worn by DC in Mission Impossible 2, and this newer model has a more grown-up aesthetic, replacing the white and red bezel text with monochrome tones, as well as having the aforementioned solar power and atomic timekeeping. These 3 complications at the top have a purpose, rather than mostly being decorative on this one, and you have a fantastic backlight, 200 meter water resistance, 48 city world time, as well as the usual stopwatch, alarms and split timers, etc. Check out my full review of the DW6900 versus the GW6900 Tough Solar to learn all of their unique differences, and consider subscribing. I review a lot of Casios on this channel if that's your thing. Next up, an affordable ultra-thin dress watch, something to wear to the office if you're on a budget. I think the Casio AQ230 is unbeatable. It has angular styling reminiscent of timepieces from the 70s and 80s, delivering a vintage charm and a clean minimalist design. The acrylic crystal is unsurpassed for banishing reflections, so you can fully appreciate the dial and handset from all angles. Elegant baton-style hands and indices on a white dial are a real winner. You can use the digital and analog displays combined to show 2 different time zones simultaneously, effectively giving you an affordable dual time or GMT watch. Or you can set the digital time to match if you find it hard to read an analog display quickly. This button sets the analog time. These ones set the digital time and operate the stopwatch and alarm functions. At just over 8mm, the slim watch case is perfect to slip under long shirt sleeves, and it only weighs 43 grams. It's got 18mm lugs, a nice taper down to around 14.5 here. Unlike some smaller Casios, the lugs extend enough to create clearance between the pins and the watch case for fitting of a different strap if you want. If you made it this far and enjoyed, please hit like. If you'd have chosen a different Casio in any of today's 5 categories, please share in the comments below. Thanks.